Hey, what's up everybody? It's Broken Champion here, and we're gonna get right into it. Let's play Pikmin. In the last episode we went back to the impact site and got the last ship part in that area, and we also got the super uber awesome turbo magical pearl. And this time we're gonna try to finish up Forest Hope. Now, this episode is going to focus mainly, entirely, if not all, on blue, and that's why I grew the blue so much in the last episode. I am going to get out 100 blue Pikmin to start this episode, or to start this day, and I am going to do my best to get the rest of the ones that aren't flowers turned into flowers. Come on. Is that all of them? Is that everybody? Yes! Come on. All 5 of you. We have 100 blue. Crap. Enemies are back. That's okay though. Ready? Death. And railed in the face. Okay, that's it for them. Now we're gonna use all. Crap, I forgot. There are these guys here. I totally forgot you guys existed, but you are no match for my 100 blue flower Pikmin. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them all on this bridge. These are the first bridges that you'll see in the game. Without blue Pikmin, there is no reason to build out this bridge, because if you do, those shearwigs that I just killed will eat it and then impede your progress, and they'll put it back to the way it was, all rolled up. So what you want to do is you want to wait till you get blue and then do this in one fell swoop. Now up here is one of the 3 remaining ship parts in this level, and this is where that turbo throwing really comes into play, because you want to save on time for this. I'm going to throw all 100 up here to work on this bridge, and then once I get them all, there you go, they all line up and run. Once I get them all, I'm going to go over here and collect this, and then we'll be down to 2 more ship parts, one of which being over here, and one of which being over meow. And let me tell you right now, both of those are hard to get. And I don't mean hard to get to, I mean they're just hard to get because you have to kill enemies to get to them. And I'm not talking about just regular enemies that, like, you know, you can knock out any day. I'm talking big, tough, powerful, honkin' monkey enemies. And no, they're not really monkeys, but they might as well be. I mean, dear Lord. Anybody, speaking of monkeys actually, considering how powerful monkeys are, anybody ever hear that story about on Oprah? That lady was on Oprah who got her face ripped off by her pet chimpanzee. It didn't happen on Oprah, but she got her face. Some rich lady had a primate for a pet, and it like ripped her face off, which is, I mean, that's unfortunate. I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, it's a monkey. Why would you have a monkey for a pet? Honestly. But anyway, while those other Pikmin take the Sagittarius back, I am going to set up for the next ship part. I need everybody to get up here. The reason I put them up there like that is because if you do it the other way, then it's a lot more difficult to get them to where you need to get them. So you might as well just do it like that. And because of something else I'll point out here soon. Dun, 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 dun. It's joyful music, la la la. Right there on the side, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, this was a gift from my son. He must be very worried about me. Yeah, I would assume so. Okay, come here. So I have 30 left, which are all flowers, and I love it. And this now, they're not working. Other ones not working on anything, so now it's just as fast as I'm going. I'm gonna skip you. No snack for you. Came to this area earlier in the LP. This is one of those boxes like you saw in the first level it takes 10 Pikmin to push. No, don't push it. I already have 10 on there. It takes 10 Pikmin to push, and you can't get Pikmin to push it unless you have blue that you can throw over there. And I say that, but I do know of a sequence break in this game where you can use yellow Pikmin because they jump the furthest and get them over there to that side. But that's not what I'm going to focus on right now. What I'm going to focus on right now are these burrowing Snargets. These have, one of these in particular has, which would be this one, has a piece of the ship into it. And one of the main strategies you want to use to it, as soon as it's coming up out of the ground like that, sometimes it hesitates basically, and you want to swarm its head, because its head is its weak point where you got to attack it at. You want to swarm its head, just like, I kind of missed, but it's okay because it dies. Ha ha ha. You want to swarm its head, which will cause it the most damage, and then there is my Geiger Counter. Every spaceship needs one of these, but I don't actually know what it's for. Bright red nose. But as you can see, it lets go of a shit ton of pellets. And the reason that I use blue to carry it back, you usually want to use yellow, because yellows are usually the only ones who can reach the burrowing Snargets because they jump so high. But the reason I use blue are because you can sequence break the game right here and have them carry it through the water. Because, you know, they're the only ones that can make it through there. And it's a really nice sequence break. It saves a lot of time, and, you know, if you want to play it safe, you can do it the other way, you know, and clear out all the Snargets over there. There are 3 Snargets total. But, still, I love, that's one of my favorite sequence breaks in any game. Sequence break, by the way, I'll explain after this. Geiger Counter with my 100 Pikmin. Pops up right there on the front. It's like a hood ornament, baby. Geiger Counter. This noisy gauge is always letting off spontaneous clicks and buzzes. It can be kind of annoying. Maybe we shouldn't have got it then. Sequence break is when in a video game you do something, like you find a trick to do something out of sequence. And I mean, like, say, like, okay, you know how in the original Super Mario, how you could find those warp pipes and you could skip like entire worlds and like say F you to the game? That's basically a sequence break. Basically, it's kind of more like an Easter egg or something. Not Easter egg, but just a speedrunner tactic / trick. But that is a sequence break. And for the first time in the whole LP, I'm going to heal my spacesuit because I needed it. Those Snargets kicked my ass. But they didn't kick my... Oh, wow, I'm slowing down. It's because the amount of ass my 100 blue Pikmin are kicking is too much for the frame rate to handle. So I'm going to have all 100 of them work on this gate right here, this dark gate. And as you can see in there, there is a large bug beetle thing. That is maybe the scariest looking? No, I take that back. Second scariest looking enemy in the game. That is an armored cannon beetle. And I'll show you the strategy to taking it out here soon. As you can see in the very, very background is the last ship part to the Forest of Hope, which I might... You know what? No, we'll fight it. I was thinking about just putting Pikmin on it and having them run it out without worrying about that attacking us, because his attacks don't really matter that much. But we'll go ahead and fight him just because this is the last part I have, and I don't want to waste any time here. Just as soon... There we go. Now, Armored Cannon Beetle. Why is it called cannon? That's why. This thing shoots rocks out of the main cannon, but the way to do that, it's got to get air through the top cannon, and it sucks in that little spout at the top. And what you want to do is whenever it's sucking in, because it sucks in for propulsion and then it shoots the rock. So what you want to do, actually adjust the camera angle here, what you want to do is throw a Pikmin in there to clog the air, and it won't kill the Pikmin, I promise. Throw a Pikmin in there to clog the air and it backs up, and instead the air comes out of the back of it and the back canopy opens up. Speaking of canopy, and then you just throw Pikmin on the back of it and then it dies after a while. At last, my radiation canopy. This turns the harsh radiation of deep space into soft infrared rays that are easy on the body. I'll sleep like a baby once I get this back to the ship. Yes, you will. And we only lost one blue Pikmin during this whole day. That's really good, actually. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a little experiment here. You guys take that back. And then this armored cannon beetle, the corpse to this is worth the same exact amount as a pearl. It's worth 50, so if you have extra time in the day and you kill it to get that ship part, you want to take it back to your base, because it is worth it. Go ahead and put all them back in there. And, wait a second, let me look at the Pikmin population real quick. 130. Yeah, I'll give it to... No, you know what, I'll give it to the Reds. How much does it cost is my question. Okay, we'll figure that out in a second. This one is an outer shell part 2. Bam! Radiation canopy. I'll have to inspect it later to make sure it hasn't cracked. I'll be in for even more trouble if I have any radiation leaks. Yeah. Because if you're exposed to radiation, you'll usually get cancer. It's just like that episode of South Park where Stan Marsh put his, Randy put his balls in the microwave. Never mind, I didn't say that. I didn't say anything about testicles in a microwave. If you ever want to watch a good episode of South Park, though, go watch the medicinal cancer episode. It's one of the best. Just my humble opinion, though. How many did it say this took to carry? 30? 30, jeez. 28, 28, 28, 28. Ah, 27. So usually that's another fun game you can play. When you can go for a certain amount of Pikmin you want to get out of the onion, and then just hold down on the control stick and then just stop it somewhere. It's kind of like press your luck. You just hold down the stick and be like, big bucks, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies, and damn it, one off. Like I just did. How does that even fit in there? Dude. So you can control the weather in this game and defy the laws of physics. That's nifty. Yeah, my 2 blue Pikmin are chilling. They're like, yo, what's happening? We're just here for the ride. This takes a long time, I won't lie. But if anybody's ever played Pikmin 2, sequel to this, you get another, like a partner basically for Olimar, and you can control them both at the same time or separately. And if you control them at the same time and you're picking Pikmin, a cool little feature is that they both pluck Pikmin out of the ground at the same time, which is so helpful, you have no idea. It makes everything a lot faster. Yeah, and if you ever want me to, I have Pikmin 2, so if you ever want me to LP Pikmin 2, I'll be more than happy to. We're missing one? Oh, there he is. I'm about to say, if you're all the way out there, come here, buddy. Okay, we have all 53 now. And it's near the end of the day, so we really don't need to grow anymore, so I'm just going to end the day here. It's a pretty successful day, actually. We got all 3 parts that I wanted to get. You know, and it may be, like, a lot of these things, like, may look tough, but once you know the game, like I do, it's really not that hard. I mean, I really can't think of a part in the game that's just like a headache to get. You know, this game is all fun, you know, and it's very directed toward children, as you can see, with all the pretty effing colors, but I mean, still, this is such a fun game. 6 days since impact. I've made a new discovery that Pikmin can choose their own routes. Yeah, you're telling me. But does this indicate rational thought or just basic instinct? I don't care. Point is, they made a bridge. And the red shot up there real quick. We have 11 parts total, 19 remaining. 357 Pikmin total. My total population. I'm probably not going to grow any yellows for the rest of the LP. But anyway, that's it for Forest of Hope and the impact site, so we have no choice but on the next episode to go back to the Forest Naval and go back and get both the space float and that gear that I missed, and probably venture out past the blowhog pit. So see you next time.